Hello everybody, and welcome to this. This is Alex and I's attempt at a Boris briefing for the first time that we've done it. Here we are with two lecterns addressing you. I like to see myself as some sort of minister. Alex is the health expert that we're going to be directing.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
What we wanted to do is just bring you some feedback, belatedly perhaps, from our May Zoom meeting, where we asked 3 questions of the congregation at that time. What has God been saying to you? What have your thoughts been on what SBC has done? And what should we learn from the experience? Obviously, we're going through unprecedented times. These have been difficult and stressful at times, but we believe that God is faithful in this, and we believe that God is leading us into a future which won't simply be like the past we left behind, but into a new adventure that He's leading us into. One of the areas in which a lot of people reflected was personal, and I just want to bring this to you and reiterate this to you, to make sure that we are, in these days of summer perhaps, making the most of reflecting on what people have thought. First of all, we've said that lockdown for many has provided time to focus on our relationship with God, and that's really, really important and a gift. We've also said that at this time we need to build our faith in the Lordship of God and believe that even though things are difficult at this time, that God will see us through into the future, into His will, and that's a good place to be. We also said that this is a time to reflect on the rhythms that we have in our lives. So how do we spend our day from beginning to end? What do our weeks look like? And the word Sabbath was key in the middle of that, saying that for us to really live intentionally for God, we do need to look at the rhythm of the way we live to make sure that we have time to rest, to be, and to receive from God. So that personally are the things that came out of that meeting, and I really do commend that you take those on board and reflect on those during these summer weeks, put them into your life. But there are other things as well.
Yeah, thanks Steve. One of the things that, and it's no surprise, is that people really missed the kind of extended family gathering together. But one of the things we're really grateful for is that God seems to have prepared us for that through the development of our beacon groups. And they have been really at the heart of so much support and so much encouragement along with the pastoral care team. And I think we need to recognise that this was God's provision. And as well as connecting us together, our beacons going forward are very much at the heart of our mission dimension as well. The other great success which you identified was the coffee after service coffee on Zoom, and they've created a connection. I don't know about you, I've met new people while I've been there, and it's been lovely just to catch up for a few minutes with half a dozen people after the service. And I think there is something about the spirit of that connectivity that we definitely want to be taking forward. And if you have ideas about how we can do that, please make us aware of that. That would be great. The other thing which has come off the back of the online work is recognising that we do have a shop window as a church into the lives of people that we've never really had contact with before. Through social media, there are people watching our services, there are people watching us doing life together who have never done that. And so we really want to take that forward. And I think one of the things it has done as well is raised up some gifting within our teams we didn't know existed. And it's been really wonderful seeing those opportunities open up. And one of the other observations was that we missed standing shoulder to shoulder. You know, at no point during this presentation are we going to sing, because we're not allowed to do that. And in fact, we're not allowed to get any closer than we are now. And we missed that. And so as we begin to return, I think one of the things we're aware of is we will come back together, whether that's in smaller groups or in the bigger group, with a real sense of gratitude for the way in which meeting together actually makes us feel and supports and encourages us. And we're not just talking about worship in terms of music and singing, but being together, working together, literally standing alongside each other as we minister. And that was a great observation by many of you. Steve?
Yeah, brilliant, thank you. We also said that many of you would have taken part in the NHS applauds that happened week by week for, I think, 10 weeks, was it?
Yeah.
And what came out of that is an awareness of neighbourhood that some of us have got involved in that perhaps we weren't there before. That's led to perhaps some new relationships. And we know that when God gives us relationships, he gives us opportunity to witness to him as well. So we want to make sure and to encourage people that that which began out of crisis in neighbourhoods getting to know each other continues as a normal way to be into the future. So that's that dimension as well. The last two things really relate now to looking forward rather than the reflections we've had on where we've been. We know that right at the moment we are seeing our society change again, that the lockdown's being eased, but that lockdown easing is complicated, not just in terms of understanding what the regulations are, but also because different ones of us feel very differently about this. Some of you are at the moment really not wanting to go out, are saying that it's safest to stay in, and we totally respect that point of view. Others are desperate to get out and desperate to see each other and are asking us, when can we meet again together at the church? When can we start to do that? And we, of course, are thinking about that at the moment. We're making the building safe for that as best as we can. And we're looking at a stepping stone model, which will see different phases allowing different levels of contact going into the future. What we want to plead with you for is to understand each other in the midst of that and to show grace. No doubt the decisions we make, some of you will be delighted about, others you may be anxious about, others you may be frustrated about. But we want you to know that everything that we decide will be done in team, will be done prayerfully, and will be done with your health and your security.